In a small village in Nigeria, an old woman named Mama F sat under the shade of a large baobab tree, surrounded by young children and eager listeners from the community. The setting sun painted the sky with hues of orange and red, and the air was filled with the scent of burning firewood as evening meals were being prepared. With a soft but firm voice, Mama F began her tale, her eyes reflecting a lifetime of wisdom. Once upon a time, she said, there was a beautiful young lady from the Edo people. Her name was Aisosa, and she was known throughout the village not only for her beauty but for her deep love of God. She was a woman of faith, who believed that her life was guided by a higher power. Aisosa lived her life with joy and dedication, always helping others and staying true to her values. Her beauty attracted many suitors, but her heart belonged to one man, Os. He was strong, intelligent, and shared her faith in the divine. After much prayer, Aisosa knew that Os was the man she was destined to marry. They became husband and wife, and for a time, their love flourished. They were inseparable, bound by love, faith, and a mutual respect for one another. Mama F paused, looking at the faces of her audience. The children leaned in closer, captivated by the story. Life has a way of changing, my children, she continued, her voice heavy with emotion. What seems perfect can sometimes take a different path. As time passed, Osa's heart began to change. The love that once filled his soul was replaced by bitterness and anger. Aisosa could not understand what had gone wrong. She prayed day and night, asking God to bring back the man she had married, but the more she prayed, the more distant Os became. The listeners held their breath, sensing the shift in the tale. Os had allowed jealousy, pride, and mistrust to cloud his heart, Mama F said solemnly. He no longer saw Aisosa as his partner but as his enemy. He began to accuse her of things she had not done, doubting her every move. The man who had once been her protector now caused her the greatest pain. But Aisosa, strong in her faith, did not fight back with anger. Instead, she prayed even harder and sought wisdom from the elders of the village. The wind rustled the leaves above them as Mama F spoke, her voice filled with both sadness and hope. Aisosa's life became a lesson to all who knew her. Despite the suffering, she did not lose her faith in God or in the goodness of life. She remained patient, hoping that one day her husband would see the error of his ways. And though their love never returned to what it once was, Aisosa learned that true strength comes not from what others give you, but from what you carry within your own heart. With that, Mama F smiled gently at the children, who were now wide-eyed and quiet. Remember, she said, life is full of unexpected turns. But like Aisosa, if you keep love and faith in your heart, you will always find the strength to face whatever challenges come your way. The listeners sat in silence for a moment, letting the wisdom of the old woman's tale sink in. Then, slowly, they began to clap, grateful for the story that held lessons for each of them. As the night descended upon the village, Mama F stood up, leaning on her cane. This, my children, is the power of a woman's heart, she said, before slowly making her way back to her home, leaving the village wrapped in the warmth of her words.